Hello, it's the 16th of March. I'm TUNJI and you're watching Business Nigeria. Now, Nigeria's February inflation numbers came in at the highest level since December 2012. The Monetary Policy Committee is set to meet on the 21st and the 22nd of March with their continued dovish move. What can possibly be different this time, and what is the sentiment towards March inflation and overall price stability? Tosi, a quick look at what has been happening on the inflation front.
TUNJI, we see the headline CPI in February rise to 11.4%. This is at about 178 basis points higher than what was recorded in January, that is 9.6%. Interestingly, this was driven by both the core index and the sub-food index. The food sub-index grew by 11.3% year-on-year, highest increases recorded in fish, vegetables, bread and cereals. I see you are not buying Nigeria to grow the Naira. And also this was imported food was the key attribute that drove the changes that we see here. It grew 1.4% month on month. For the core index grew by 11.7%. It was a higher driver of the headline index than that of the food sub-index. You can see it grew by 11%. Highest increases were recorded in electricity, books and stationaries, guys, and liquid fuels. We also see that there was a 2.7% month-on-month increase in that sector. The increase was not limited to just the urban index. Both the urban index and rural index felt the impact. 12.3% for the urban index and 10.7% for the rural index. So yeah, we then see a 3% month-on-month growth for the urban index and a 1.8% year-on-year growth for the rural index. If you look at the inflation rate, we are back to the levels pre-2013. That is, the last time we hit double digits was in December 2012. And we've seen that trend. It has gradually gone from 8% all the way to 11.4% that we're currently trading on.
I was speaking with the statistician general yesterday, and I was trying to get to understand why core inflation rose significantly. And he was talking about electricity tariffs going up about 40%, 45%. And that feeding directly into the numbers that we saw. And I was saying that my fear is that for people that were prepaid, they were the people that their prices had significantly increased. But for postpaid, those ones will come 1st of March. That means we might see higher CPI numbers in this month.
That is a definite. We are going to see higher CPI numbers. And also, interestingly, the generation of electricity was at its lowest this month, 16-year low of 1,580 megawatts. So definitely, there's a higher tariff in cost, and now there's a higher demand in petrol to fuel their generators and alternative energy. So we can see expect an increase in that.
But guys, MPC 21st, 22nd. I mean, Nigeria, MPC definitely tracks inflation. Yeah. Would we be seeing a rate cut to try and manage this?
I don't think so, because the last time they raised rates, which was the last time they dropped rates, actually, which was to sort of spur some type of lending.
It's the reverse, right? Raise rates to try and
so you're trying to, so what you're, in Nigeria, what you basically do in foreign economies, what they do is they raise rates to try and spur activity. In Nigeria, what we're trying to do is drop rates so that we can spur lending. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, you've dropped rates. Credit to the domestic sector via CBN has declined since then. But the fact is you haven't seen any growth in lending. I don't likely think so. I don't likely think you're going to see any increased activity.
In the words of AfriInvest, they said that it seems like CBN has abandoned its key task of price stability in exchange for an induced forex stability, tradeonomics, and local manufacturing. I guess that is playing out.
I am concerned. We see the value of the Naira on the parallel market skyrocketing, which definitely would feed into inflation numbers, because I can remember seeing that imported inflation was right above 11% from about 9.6%. I mean, this is a trajectory that we're not going to recover from.
So you look at it from this perspective. From a manufacturer's point of view, you are an import dependent economy. 55% of the inputs you use in manufacturing are dollar denominated. So there is, as long as you have that huge disparity between your official and your parallel rates, and we're talking of disparities in excess of 50%, now, you will continue to see numbers like this. I don't think there's likely going to be any change anytime soon.
I don't know if you guys saw pictures of the Agatu crisis, where farmlands were being burned, and I can remember saying significantly that the harvest we normally see that cut CPI prices around Q3, Q4 may be hit, and we might not be able to see the resulting effects we get from harvest. But before we do leave, what are your, Tosi, what are your predictions for the month of
For the month of March, I am predicting about 11.8% thereabouts.
11.8%. Boyega.
I'm close to 12.
Close
I'm
to
looking
12%.
at thinking 12. I'm looking, honestly, 12.
I will not predict. After the break, it's more Business Nigeria. Do stay with us.